What up, peeps? Tony Baker here, back with another movie review. This time I'm reviewing Novocaine. Now, Novocaine, it's a love story. It don't sound like one, but it is. It's a movie starring Jack Quaid, who is Dennis Quaid's and Meg Ryan's son, who you probably know from The Boys. And he looks like the perfect blend of these two individuals. Like, you know certain people where they look like both parents. Sometimes somebody either leans one way or the other, but some kids are just like the perfect mix of just like, and there were moments in this movie where he was smiling and Dennis Quaid has a certain like jokerish type of smile, and Meg Ryan kind of does too. Like, when you think about how her smile looked back in the day, you'd be like, yo, you two kind of, I don't know if they favor one another, but they kind of did. And so when you create a child in that, it's going to be like, you look like both parents, because the parents kind of look like one another. Jack Quaid stars as he's working at the bank. He's one of those assistant manager at a bank. And side note, no disrespect to my bankers out there, but when I think about boring jobs that I wouldn't want to do, is banking. Like, we just dealing with figures and like mortgages and loans and just like paperwork. I'm out. I am out. When you think about mundane, we love y'all. The work is important. But when I think about jobs, where I'll be like, where would you not want to bank? The bank. No disrespect. If you out here working at the bank and you moving it, I'm just talking about for me. He's an assistant manager at a bank, and he has this condition that he was born with. He can't feel pain. So I know a lot of people think like, man, that'd be dope. But when you think about the logistics of it, like, would you really be like toe up and not knowing? You cut your toe, you got no clue that your foot's bleeding. You passed out because you done lost a pint of blood. And like, why you pass out? Oh, my toe, it got cut off. And apparently it's all in the shoe. Growing up like that, his parents just kind of like isolated him. And so he grew up very isolated and just like, just to himself, and the kids would tease him at school and like, beat him up because he can't feel it. So he's a rag doll. So he grew up kind of, socially distant a little bit, and he just within himself. He'd be on the game with his friend that he never even met in person. So they just playing games. There's a girl at the bank that he works with, and like, he likes her. So he saw her walk in. He was like, yeah, yeah. So they finally meet and talk, and they just have a connection. And just like, he reveals to her his condition, and she forces him to come out of his ways a little bit. Like, what I'm saying, you've never tasted solid food. He was like, yeah, because I could bite my tongue off. She's just like, what? And so she kind of makes him take a bite of this pie that she loves, and he's just like, because in the beginning of the movie, he's just drinking like a smoothie that he made. And, I'm a smoothie connoisseur, but I like my solids. And so forces him out of his shell. They have a great time. So love is in the air. And then, there's a bank robbery, and they take a hostage, and it happens to be her. So he has to go save her while not feeling pain. And so that's pretty much essentially what the movie's about. You just see, and it's funny when they have dynamics like this, where it's a person that can't feel pain, or a person that regenerates, or a person that has a healing factor. They gonna get toe up because we got this premise, we got to use it. So he gonna be getting toe up, and so it was just cool to see him in situations where, if this happened to somebody with a regular pain, threshold, you'd be like, yo, this is crazy. So that premise alone is very interesting to me. And like, what would life be like if you really couldn't feel pain? And so I would definitely be eating. I'm gonna just have to bite my tongue off. I'm chewing carefully. I'm eating, man. I'm a graze. Okay? But not feeling pain though, it sounds cool on the surface. You know what I mean? I'll probably be a professional fighter. Like, why not? I don't know if that would help me or hurt me in the long run, but it's kind of a cool ability. Now, Another famous son is also in this movie. Jack Nicholson's son is in this movie. I forget his name. Let me look his name up real quick. I don't want to call him Pete Nicholson. He's also in this movie. So it's like, yo, man, we got the kids, man. We got the actor kids in this movie. And even though Jack Nicholson's son was just in Smile 2 recently, this is my second time seeing him. I'm sure his resume has other stuff in there. His name is Ray Nicholson. I think he has a bright future because it's something about him that I like. You can see the similarities between him and Jack, and they got same head shape, and the smile is like, you know what I mean? These are kids that are like, yo, man, we getting these smiles from these parents. And so he was dope to see in this. I thought the movie was entertaining, man. Like, I didn't know where it was going or how we getting there, but I thought the movie was entertaining. I think Jack Quaid was engaging. Like, I liked him. You know what I mean? And Jack Nicholson's son was in there. He was also engaging as well. And it was just, the beats were, there's a lot of comedic beats in this. Because it's not just a straight up action movie. It's like fueled by, you know, love and whatever. It just had a whole bunch of interesting like beats. And they have moments where you just like, ugh, you know, gross. You know, so you had all of these like moments and beats fusing together for one like entertaining movie. And I was sitting there like, yo, I was never bored. I was just like, they did a good time at like, you know, letting us get to know the character, letting us, you know, get to why he is the way he is and why he connected with this girl and what she brought to him. So it was just like, all right, I'm invested now. So I feel like they did a really good job of that. And it's like, it's some dope little action set pieces in it. It's rated R, which I appreciate. So they didn't have to tiptoe around a PG-13 rating. I feel like it was a good time. And I would kind of like to see, you know, another saga from this guy. But forget all that. You want to know Smooth Jazz review of Novocaine. Well, here it is. Oh, yeah. I'm giving Novocaine 4 saxophones out of 5. It's a good time, man. I was entertained. I really don't have a lot of bad things to say about old Novocaine. And you know what else I appreciate about this movie? They didn't turn him into this kick-ass action guy right out the gate. Even though he had this ability, that doesn't mean you can fight. That doesn't mean you have the skills to do stuff. And so he was still just like a regular guy. He just couldn't feel pain. And so I was like, I like what you did there, man. But man, these little actor kids is doing it. They out here acting, and you doing stuff like your parents. You acting like your father. Oh, that's adorable, man. Because once you had kids, man, they always your kids. So I'm sure Jack Nicholson watching. You had fun doing your movie? You were cussing, huh? That's crazy. All right, y'all. That's my review of Novocaine. Let me know what you thought of the movie in the comments section below. And who are some of your favorite actors' kids that now act? You got Ethan Hawke and Uma Thurman's daughter that's killing it right now. You got Jack Quaid. You got Ray Nicholson now. Let me know some of your favorite, like, and I mean like where their parents were like big. You know what I'm saying? You got Kate Hudson could be in the conversation because that's Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn's kid. I think that's Kurt Russell's kid. It might just be Goldie Hawn's daughter with somebody named Hudson. So it's not Kurt Russell's actual daughter, but it's his daughter. You know what I mean. But let me know your favorite kids in the movie game. Yeah, man. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as usual, we out here.